So this is why you make new YouTube videos. I wanted to make a DIY little fountain for my patio, and I wanted to do it now, not later, and I wanted to use as many things as I have now so it wouldn't be expensive. So I knew I wanted to do this for a while. The first thing I did was order a pump from Amazon. Okay, this is the pump I got. I started watching videos on YouTube and looking at blogs for how to make a really simple DIY fountain, and I have to be honest, everything I found was really complicated, and then when you added up all the materials, it was really expensive. So I ordered this pump when I first got inspired about 2 weeks ago. This is the one I ordered. Niffle, I guess. And you can see SL401 submersible pump. Why did I pick this one? I didn't pick the cheapest. I picked the one with the best ratings. Small. It's little. Here, I already have it hooked up here, which I'm going to show you. It's a little pump. See? It's little. It's a little guy. It says that it shoots up to 6 feet though. Okay, so if you're like me and you get inspired and you're like, oh my God, I want to do this. It's a really hot day today. My parents are coming over. We have all the patio set up, and I want a freaking fountain. So I went and got the pump that was inside that I had ordered, and I'm like, I'm just gonna make this work. So I go down to the basement, and I find this hose that my husband had down there. So you might have some. It's 10. Whoops. It is this some vinyl, braided vinyl. It's tubing. You just need some tubing. I happen to have some in my basement, and that's why when I saw the tubing, I was actually cleaning up the patio for later, and I saw the tubing. I'm like, ah, that's it. I'm doing this right now. So as you can see, the first thing I did is it just has a little black piece of plastic that slides on here. I'm not going to slide it out. I have my okay, I'll admit it. I did a really nice manicure, and I don't want to ruin it, so I'm wearing gloves today. But there's just a little black plastic nozzle that comes in the box. I stuck it in there, and then I put the vinyl tubing, and the vinyl tubing fit perfectly into the hole, but it wasn't tight. It didn't fit tightly, so I just used a little bit of duct tape for extra reinforcement. I think it would have been fine the way it was, but you know, duct tape is like super versatile. So I went down to the basement and found some duct tape and wrapped the duct tape around there. Okay, scratch that. This is why I make these videos, so you can learn, like as I'm learning, so you don't have to go through this. So as I had just said, I see how it fit just perfectly in there. Okay, like that. But it's loose. It's not very tight. So I wrapped the duct tape around here. But I just went to do the next step, and guess what? It came out. So that didn't work. That's a fail. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try putting the duct tape around here, around the neck of this nozzle, and that way, hopefully that'll give it a nice tight fit. So let's see if that works. Oh yeah, baby, this is going to work. So as you can see, I just took the duct tape that my fail duct tape, and that's the great thing about duct tape. You can rip it to just the exact size you want. I wrapped it around twice on this little nozzle, and I just it's on there. And now I'm gonna slip this rubber tubing, where's the end? Here, over it, and it fit really snugly. It's hard to do this while you are filming. So I'm going to put it down and fit it in there, and then I'll show you. Okay, I just needed to put the camera down so I could just wiggle that in there nice and tight. It's nice and tight in there. I'm so happy with that. So now I've got my tubing on the little motor here, my little submersible pump. And now I'll show you what else I did. Okay, so I had bought these, they're plastic, but they look really nice, these planters, because they happen to match with my patio furniture, my wicker patio furniture, and hey, can't do better than that, right? They match really well. Plus I got them on clearance just at the beginning of winter. So I believe these were $18 a piece, and I got them for 75% off. So what's that? I got them for $4.50, no joke. So I bought 4 of them. I thought that I would use them around my patio, and I'm using one for my fountain. So here's what I did, guys. So freaking easy, unlike the other videos that I watched. I took that planter. I went, we had some bricks laying around the backyard. You might have some bricks around, and as you can see, I put one vertically and then one horizontally over that. I had this other brick that was smaller. I had this piece of flagstone. So, you know, you can just get things that you have around your yard. Literally that's I got it. They were stacked by my AC, and I just went and got them and thought, oh, I think that'll work. So easy as that. Now I have to mention one thing. I have power. So if you see right there, I actually have an outlet box, and my husband has already run power along the patio. Maybe you can't see it, but there's a cord that's buried in there because we like to play music outside. So there you can see the cord. So I'm gonna use that cord to plug in my fountain. Okay, friends, so here's what I did. Here I have the pot, and I've used bricks that I just have in my backyard. Like, you might have something else you can use. This project is all about being resourceful. Where there's a will, there's a way. Just look around your yard and see what you could use. Maybe some upside down pots, clay pots. I used this paver, rectangular paver, one on top of the other, horizontally on top of the vertical one, and then I found a bunch of bricks in the backyard. I'm not sure, I thought that was kind of cool because it has holes in it. So I'm like, hey, let's use one with holes. I can pull the tubing through it. So you see, I use a little suction cups and attached the pump to the bottom, and kind of, even though it has suction cups, I wedged it between the side and the paver brick, and then I just brought the tubing up through the hole. I'm gonna cut it some more, but I wanted to leave it long for now because I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do with the top. So I tested my pump and it's working. It turned out that the brick with the holes was a good idea, but I had to change it up a little bit. So you need to play with it so you can get a cool flow. So I just did a little bit of finagling here and moved the brick with the holes farther back and propped it against the planter. And then I put my flagstone on top of that to hold it down. And now I'm gonna put some other decorative rocks and things around it to hide the tube, and then I'll cut the tube off. And then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so this is where I am right now. It's all filled up with water. And as you can see, I just moved the bricks around until I got something that I liked. And then I turned the water on, the power, and I had to adjust the pump. And then I just used all these little rocks. And voila, my fountain is created. I am so happy with this outcome, and to think that really your 2 things to think of in advance are having a pump and also an electrical outlet. So you can pull an extension cord or place your fountain close to where you have your power, and it'll be really easy to set up. This whole project took me less than an hour, about 45 minutes to set up, and I just love the fact that I used things I have all around the house already. So it's a great upcycle project that you can do really quick and easy.